How to fix an inferiority complex. Have you ever wondered why, despite knowing better, you still come across people who just seem better than you? Unsettling, isn't it? Feelings of inferiority are among the most complex experiences in life. But by the end of this video, you will not only understand the true origin of this comparison, you will also know exactly how to banish this illusion, which it truly is, from your thoughts and your life. I am Ijoma Oputa, the torchbearer of reflection. I guide people from pain and frustration to peace, revealing through mirror portals the limitless self within. Today we shall very quickly learn how to fix inferiority complexes, like that, and liberate the phoenix within. We all experience a measure of inadequacy from time to time, even though it is an illusion of the mind. Let's face it, some people are taller than you. Some play basketball better than you. Some speak more clearly. Always have, probably always will. Some are more accepted in society, and yes, some may even be considered more attractive, depending on whatever physical traits happen to be in style. But if you pay close attention, you will notice that there are those who relish this construct of comparison. Pay attention here, because these people project a false image of superiority, not by accident, but deliberately, to serve all kinds of surreptitious ends, including political, social, and even economic subjugation. In a larger context, these very models of comparison have been used to justify some of the most heinous crimes, including deciding who has the right to live and whose life can be taken away. This is why fixing this quirk of three-dimensional consciousness has far greater implications than simply just easing your own mind. It touches the very survival of humanity itself. So pay close attention, not just for your sake, but for all of humanity. To really understand this problem, we need to look back at the very beginning of our lives, at how we first came to misunderstand the concept of better and worse. As children, we were taught that it was better to brush our teeth, better to go to school, better to be polite, and better to pay attention when crossing the road. At first, these lessons kept us safe, but slowly, without us realizing, the word better slipped out of the realm of safety and survival and into the realm of identity. Suddenly, better no longer meant safer choices. It began to mean better than someone else. And from that single distortion, comparison was born. As we grow older, the idea of better and worse begins to creep into contexts where it doesn't have any relevance. Suddenly we decide it's better to be tall. It's better to be charismatic. It's better to be a certain race. It's better to be rich. But the real truth is, the corrections should have been, in these specific cases, it's better to be tall if you want to play basketball. It's better to be charismatic if you want to be a comedian or a politician. It's better to be rich if you need to free your time to explore creativity. But that's not what happens. Instead, society rewires us to use better not to measure actions, but to measure the inherent worth of your existence. And the moment you subscribe to this false context, as most people do, you place yourself on the scale of classification, and once you're on that scale, you developed, you guessed it, an inferiority complex. So to fix a complex, you have to first fix your concept of better and worse. There is no one inherently better than you. Even if they have more followers, more money, more popularity, or even the kind of car you'd love to drive, there is no person better inherently than you. But saying this over and over again doesn't do anything, but watch how we fix it. So, to begin, let's take a little example. Take me, for example. I'm not that tall. Sure, sometimes I wish I was 6 feet taller or taller. But do I feel any less of a human being than my 6-foot friends? Absolutely not. And here's the kicker. On the other side of the coin, do they feel superior to me? And the answer is emphatically no. They may recognize they have an advantage over me on a basketball court or in getting the attention of people who prefer tall men. But that's situational, not existential. No one feels inherently better, than another human being. And when someone does project the impression that they feel superior, it almost always is overcompensation, masking an insecurity or a personal inadequacy. Trust me. This is something they would rather you did not see and did not know, but know it now. So, what's the solution? On one side of the coin, you have a false concept of inferiority, and on the other side, a false concept of superiority. But here's the truth. The coin itself is counterfeit. It's about as real as a $4 bill. It is spurious. But here's the catch. Even when you can logically recognize the fake nature of these constructs, the inferiority complex often lingers. Why? Because it doesn't live in logic. It lives in your subconscious mind. And that's exactly where the dimension board and the mirror portals come in. With these tools, we can reach beneath the surface of awareness, and pull out these false constructs right from the root. That way, you don't just know you're free. You begin to feel free, deeply and inherently. So to begin, let's start with the dimension board. If you suffer from the anguish of an inferiority complex, your position on the board is usually somewhere around here, where there's pain and anguish. Under conventional and largely feckless therapies, which most people are bombarded with these days, people are subject to hollow assurances of self-worth that come with no way to verify them. Those empty remedies don't free you. They drift you deeper into the abyssus cordis, where you become a pawn of society, designed to crush you in a world of oppression and subjugation. Our way out of this construct begins with a reorientation of the subconscious around the ideas of better and worse. We must extract ourselves from every scale of classification so that we can move fluidly across the dimension board. anchored in the present and aligned with our true, wonderful, glorious, and incomparable selves. In this state, we are free from external validation, free from the pressure to measure up, free from the endless need to fit in or conform. In short, we are truly free. To make this transition, we now turn to the mirror portal. Here we will affirm a set of commands, specially designed directly to influence the subconscious. Commands that strip away illusion and reestablish your limitless self. So let's begin. First command. For the fact that I am complete as I stand, requiring no person, place, or thing, or third-party acknowledgement, I am already grateful. You see, that command keeps you free from dependence on external factors to determine your self-worth. The second command. For the fact that I exist beyond all systems of classification, measurement, and subjugation, I am already grateful. You see, this command keeps you independent of surreptitiously introduced class systems designed to subjugate and dominate you. Third command. With respect to third-party opinion, my mind is already silent. That makes you immune to criticism. Fourth command. With respect to self-opinion, my mind is already silent. This releases you from self-imposed limitations based on a warped understanding of better and worse. Fifth command. With respect to opinions formed on the behalf of third parties by myself, my mind is already silent. This further liberates you from secondary complications from interaction. And that's really all there is to it. Feels good knowing the truth. Through observation and inference within the mirror portals, we reprogram the mind in the very same way it has always been programmed since the day you were born. The difference is, this time, the programming is intentional, not accidental. And because it works with the mind's natural design, it's far more effective than conventional CBT or repetitive therapy methods that often require 30-day cycles just to begin showing results. By using the mirror portal with these declarations, you slide, as a rook, almost immediately, sometimes in 3 days or less, into this region where you are at peace and personally liberated. As your inferiority complex thus melts away, you are finally able to really live. You are now able to pursue with passion the dreams that are relevant to you, to your purpose. You are then able to serve others and enjoy wealth and fulfillment rather than blindly pursuing money to compensate for perceived inadequacies. Remember, if an orange is not better than a banana, and an apple is not worse than an orange, then you have no business comparing your equally singular experience or existence of life with any other person. You have no business comparing your equally singular existence with anyone. Now, if you like how all this sounds, remember to like, subscribe, and share. And remember, the words better and worse can only be used in the context of a preference. And even if a universal preference exists, it still does not qualify to define the quality of who you inherently are. Peace and blessings.